All right, we're doing an old movie that Shane that you've seen for the first time, right?
Yep, I've never seen this before.
The Mummy Returns. So, what did
Oh,
you think?
well, the sad thing is I went to look for it. I forgot the name of it, so I went to looked up. I typed in the Return of the Mummy.
Oh, you did.
There's no such thing as it, which is a good title, by the way. I mean,
The
I guess
Return of the Mummy. Yeah.
Tom Cruise ever wants to do another movie. I guess they can use the Return of the Mummy. It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
It's
I
still
mean,
aged fine, right? Let me think about this. Yeah, because
it's
it's a
it's
period, old
okay.
period piece.
It resembles let's put it this way. It resembles almost every movie you ever watch. It's got every little thing that is in every movie.
How do you
I
mean?
mean, every time you take something, you ever notice in all the movies, every time you take something from the temple, the whole temple falls apart.
Oh
Every time
yeah,
you take a
yeah.
temple. And at the end of the movie, after you beat the monster, the temple falls apart.
Yeah, it
It's
sucks
like this in
itself in.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
well
you
then
can't go
how's the
back
city
to it.
then how's there still cities there if they fall in all the time? Because like in the first movie, they all fall in, but somehow they're able to go back. Everything's still there and everything's just fine. It still falls and caves in. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
noticed that
okay,
too. It's kind of
okay,
like
that's cool.
if they didn't come, they would have vegetation there because it was like a forest and everything
Yeah,
until they sucked
well,
itself back up.
let's put it this way. Basically, the first one's better. The
Oh,
first one's
you
better.
like the
The only reason
first
I
one
think
better?
I like the
Interesting.
first one better because this one is like, okay, we made the first one. Now
Hmm.
we're gonna make a sequel. Well, basically, we're gonna take the first one and we're gonna make a few changes to the first one.
Right. Yeah, I noticed the mirror
We're gonna
changes
give
too.
him a tattoo that he never had. That even though
But
he
you
had
know,
this tattoo, though.
it was I noticed that. So when I the first time I watched the movie, I had to go back to the first one, right? He was just covered by that, and they uses that because he took that like
Yeah,
that leather
they make the
bracelet off, right? Yeah.
yeah. They're like, yeah, oh yeah, he's had this the whole time. I'm like, really? Okay, that's just weird that he's like way in England and all of a sudden he's just this super protector
But Magi
of the
people, yeah.
Egyptian. Yeah, I'm like, how? How? I mean, he's not even Magi.
Are you saying
But
Magi
okay,
as a race or because
I
he's
don't know.
Caucasian?
Probably a group of people.
Yeah, the group of people. Yeah, they had it since the
Well,
Pharaoh. Yeah.
chances are, though, usually, most likely, most of the people in a group or a sect, they're going to look the same. They're going to be similar.
Oh, okay.
That's how they become like a group of people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not they just select a
you're not going to go back
orphan.
in time and go, okay, y'all Germans, who's that black German? I mean, they became German because they lived all in this group of people place and they all interbred.
Yeah.
They're all related pretty much. That's how they become Germans. Or but then you always have in movies, you always have this one guy that doesn't match anybody. I'm like, and he's that white guy's son or that white guy's.
you know you the way that you just tell that story, it remind me of Trevor Noah's joke when he's like, "Oh, they're gonna find a black guy to do 007." He was all excited, right? But he thought about it for a little bit. He's like, "Well, wait a minute. I don't think a black person playing 007 is the most ideal because if you think about it, 007, like the way he operates, if you find a black guy in there, right, they're gonna point him out like, oh, this guy is
I
different from all of
know.
us."
I know. The thing is, let's say, oh, we gotta go get 007. Walk in a restaurant. Boom, right
Yeah,
there. They're
like
like, and you're English? And I mean, they are. Don't get me wrong.
they can't. Yeah,
I mean, modern times I mean, there's Black Americans.
yeah,
I mean, there's Chinese Americans. I mean, but the thing is, like I've said, you can't go, oh, I'm of this.
yeah.
You can't because I'm not going. I go American. People think. I mean, I don't know what people say when I say American. What do you see?
White people actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
so and then most people do. But that's the sad thing is that's not because that's like people talking about Mexican people.
yeah. The
You say
American part.
Mexican
Yeah.
people, people automatically see like a light or a brown guy, and I'm like, anybody can be born in Mexico, really,
Yeah.
because it's not really so much. It's not a race of people; it's
It's
a
like a South
nationality right
African
now.
too. Like when you think of South African, there's a lot of white people there too, actually.
Yeah, because but
Yeah.
they're not true. Those people now because they've lived there so long,
So
but
long, yeah.
they're not indigenous to that region
Oh,
any more than I'm indigenous to this region.
yeah.
I don't know. You probably have to you have to be this many years, this many generations before you're this. But anyways,
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
let's say you make a Chinese movie. In the Chinese movies, you got all Chinese people, right?
Yeah.
What if
And
you're
then
making it, they go, oh, we got these two Chinese family with a little white guy. It's like, it's like what?
so so I feel like I don't know. I agree with you about
And,
O'Connor
and the
being
white
the
guy, and the white guy's got this Chinese tattoo on him, and he's the guardian of the emperor's tomb from
you talk about the
China.
white guy. It's kind of like Matt
Yeah,
Damon with the white Great Wall, right? Like, yo,
yeah,
what's this
yeah.
guy
It's
doing
like,
here?
yeah, because all the Chinese people are watching this movie, going like, really, same thing I'm doing. What?
Yeah, it's like, what is this guy like? So I do you agree with you about the Brendan Fraser thing regarding that tattoo and he's like the secret
Well,
magi or something.
it's okay. It's just it's like they do that and he doesn't know. The problem is it bothers me because they just add it in. But what really bothers me even more than that is it's at the end of the movie he decides, oh maybe I am this. It's like it had no importance to the movie because he just
I was
most of
going
the
to
movie
mention
looks
that.
at yeah most of the movie he just goes yeah it don't mean nothing yeah I don't
Yeah,
want to talk about it.
I was
I don't want
thinking
to.
about that.
It's like the very end of the movie goes oh yeah this means some power and I'm like it didn't increase the character. It
Oh,
didn't
it did.
make
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, it didn't move
It
the
didn't
story
add
along
to it.
or
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah, it didn't because he didn't put on black and go get on a horse and ride away in the sunset with them other guys
yeah.
and put
I
tattoos on his
I
face.
thought the same thing too. Where like it's really irrelevant. They could have gone this whole
It
movie
was.
without that at all too.
It is. But because to me, that's like when they're making this movie, there's a guy sitting in the office, at the studio going, "Hey, I think if you'll put a tattoo on his arm, it'll be better." And they go, "Well, that won't do the story." He goes, "Well, I'm the one funding the movie, so you
So you gotta do
need
it.
to
Yeah,
put a tattoo. Yeah, you're gonna
yeah.
do this.
Yeah. The production thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
highly understand what you mean. Yep.
yeah." Because I mean, they fell in quicksand in this movie.
Yes, I
They
know the
fell in
phone quicksand
quicksand in this movie.
in the vegetation part. Yeah, of the thing. Yep.
I was cool. Actually, was cool with all the I was cool with all the vegetation part. I was cool with a lot of the story because I mean we're moving it along. I mean, I was actually like the special effects in this movie. They're not real rate generated, but the movie's supposed to have been like a movie from the 1930s, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be kind of Indiana Jonesy, so you're supposed to kind of have not the greatest effects, there was one special effect that bothered me really
The
bad.
at the end, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when the
That
Rock shows up,
so
I'm
when
like,
I
are we playing Doom?
but then
Because
it's
I'm
very
not
funny.
sure.
Like, but then back then that was good at this time though. This is
Oh,
really
it's horrible
incredible. Like,
now.
it is
I think
horrible.
I think if I would have said at that time, it was the worst special effect in the movie. Because even when
Yeah.
the trees form, it was computer, but it looked better.
Hmm.
And even the horse, all the
The
jackal
the water
guards,
looked really good too.
the
When
water looked
chasing the
good.
blimp.
Yeah, which is funny because they had to replace the sand. They're like, we need the sand with the face, but we need it in this movie. We're doing
Oh,
water this
then they're
time.
doing water. Yep,
So
that's
hey,
the thing.
they
Same
did a
thing.
third one, right?
Yes, but I don't
Is
remember the
it
third
is it
one.
is the face in smoke?
Well, it's different because it's not emo time.
Oh,
I feel like this movie could have ended right here, but then it's not about Imhotep, right? It's about O'Connor's family, just
yeah,
digging tombs of mummies and stuff. So
yeah. So this should
after
have
this
been the
movie,
Mummy Returns
yeah, the
and
mummy
the last
returns,
Mummy standing.
and I was thinking like the next one is going to be called the Mummy Forever, just like Batman.
Well, it could be the Mummy Forever or the last of the mummies.
But like you're right about that with the sand and the water because in the beginning it was their son that knocks out all the stuff, kind of like the first one with the library
Yeah,
bookcases. Yeah,
I love the airship deal where they
I was
find the
gonna
airship.
ask you
I
about
mean, the
that.
the airship's kind of silly in a way, but it's also awesome too because
Yeah,
they get
it's
on it. I mean, there's no way that airship's going to work.
mhm.
But the neat thing is, I like the way
It's the
they travel
idea,
through with that, and the other guys are traveling on train, which is cool.
and I
Which
did like
a
it
lot of the
too.
shots remind me of stuff because one of the I
They
think the
have a lot
shot
of
they
matte
like,
paintings in this
yeah, a lot
one.
of matte paint,
Yeah,
especially where they had the train against the sunset.
yeah.
They did that in Dracula. You seen Dracula?
Oh, I
Bram
haven't
Stoker's
seen it in a
Dracula.
long time
Yeah,
though.
they do that a lot of that because it's a pretty easy shot to make and it looks
Yeah.
cool.
No, it looks really nice. All these shots, like with
And
the
another shot, yeah, a lot of shots in this movie remind me of the
historical
movies. Like
stuff.
when they're up there on the hill and they're shooting those people as they move, as they keep getting the shots. You almost because this movie reminded me of Last of the Mohicans.
Oh,
Because the Last of the Mohicans,
oh,
yeah,
that's right
because
at the
the
end.
thing they took away the deal because every time someone's about to get killed, somebody gets shot. The guy
Yep.
gets shot. I'm like, Last Mohicans, Last Mohicans. I've seen this like 100,000 times. I already seen this movie. It's called Last of the Mohicans. Really, this movie to me is like the last three Star Wars movies in a way. It's let's
Pardon
just
me.
do what we've already seen and not do anything new.
Huh. Well,
That's what I'm saying. I'm
you
not
know,
saying this movie's horrible. I
I
mean,
thought
I
this
sat here
movie
and
was
watched it,
very
saw it all day.
fun and enjoyable for me.
Let me put it this way: I would love this movie better if I would have saw it in theater.
Oh,
I would love
okay.
this movie today if I went and sat in a theater and watched it.
Oh, really?
I bet. Oh yeah, it would be way better than sit laying on my bed watching it. I think
Oh,
you would be a little bit more in it with the sound and everything, the big picture. I
yeah.
mean, this is a theater movie. This is an entertainment movie. Don't think, just sit here and be entertained.
You know what's really? I guess a little bit that bothers me is like Emotep's power, right? Is this one like when they resurrect him this time, he's much more powerful than the first one. But then I remember the first one, he did have the power, and that's why he was able to do the sandstorm, just like he
Yeah.
did with the
Well,
water.
I think he was they moved the story along, of course, but he was also in that museum, so I think he got a hold of a lot of powers already.
Oh,
And plus,
okay.
you got to think these guys built him up because it doesn't really show the whole thing. Because the O'Connor family's over here just happened to be doing the Scorpion thing at the same time. This whole movie's about the Scorpion King, but which I love the whole Scorpion opening King thing.
Oh, that
It was
was really
cool,
good, right? The
especially
intro.
especially the when the army of the horse comes through and burns all that city down. I thought, man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I love that. I wish I had a jackal army, but it was kind of creepy too. But
Yes.
anyways, that's just doing this in this one part of the world, and then these other guys, they've been doing this whole Indiana Jones thing, digging him up. They like, oh, he got killed here. We're gonna go resurrect him. But I don't think he lost all his powers when they destroyed him the first time. And plus, you got to remember they already found the woman that he loved,
The
his version of
restoration.
her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then all he had to do is fill a deal until turn it into what's her name,
Did you like
like
the
last time.
so did you like both of the ruined characters having the past life thing kind of like Assassin's Creed deal?
Thought it was a little silly, but I actually liked it.
Oh, I liked it too actually,
Because
but
I got more. The only thing I got out of the fight scene, they're fighting. I thought, oh, this is cool. But one thing bothered me about seeing, I was like, did the Egyptians really have size?
I don't know. Is it a Chinese? Isn't it a Chinese weapon?
Is it Chinese or Japanese?
I have no idea. I
Well, we
have
don't
no
know.
idea. I don't know.
Maybe it
But
traveled all the
let's
way
just
from the
say,
Middle East to.
oh, I was gonna say that maybe it's an influence that they saw in the pictures with the Egyptians, right? And that's why the Asians created it. But you're right. I have no idea. You
Or
know
it came
what?
from Asia. Who knows?
I want to take a look because you're right. When does
I'm curious. I mean,
yeah,
they
I'm
both
gonna.
got size. It was a good fight. I mean, it
It
was a
was.
really good
You
fight.
know what? The women
I
fight
mean,
was way better than the Emotep versus O'Connor. But you
oh
know what?
yeah.
But then they were trained. If you think about it, O'Connor and Emotep, one is a priest and one just like an
Yeah,
Indiana
one's
Jones.
just
Yeah,
one's just this brawler punches. I mean, that's all the other dudes.
yeah,
The other guy was doing like Egyptian martial arts.
yeah. Because they were using like female assassins was way back in the day
And
anyway.
the thing is, they really didn't hardly use the
Oh,
rock because the rock
origin.
didn't do anything.
Oh, originated from Asia, but it's believed to have evolved from farming tools. So it didn't say anything
Okay.
about Egyptians. So you're
Oh, well,
right.
that makes sense. We got things that dig in the ground and uproot stuff. It looks like size. So
Oh,
I'm ever in a hardware store, I can get a fight with somebody. I
it's
get it with.
it was brought to Okinawa from like possibly China. So
Okay, well, got to think a lot of things came from China to the
yeah,
islands.
huh, interesting. So it's not. So they got one thing wrong that we point out: the Psy wasn't available in
Well,
Egypt,
it
right?
made sense, I guess,
Yeah.
because they had all kinds of weapons that really I don't think were Egyptian. But
I thought the fight between the women, even when they
oh, that
showed,
was a good
that
fight.
was really good
That
fight
was
too.
a good fight. Oh,
Yeah,
that was really good fight with the flipping and everything. That was the best fight scene in the whole movie.
yeah,
And
even
it
better
was
than that.
interesting. I mean, it was interesting for the flip up because it does. Because the really interesting deal. I mean, I don't know if I needed it, but I like it where they showed with the story from the first one when that girl kills
Alexa Momo.
kills the other chick's dad.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really her, but it's her.
Yes. Yeah.
Nefertari,
No,
which is funny. Which is
Rachel
funny. That's
Rice's character.
Nefertari.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny.
The
That's her.
daughter.
Because
Yeah.
that's like the
I
most famous
I thought.
Egyptian
Yeah, I thought that
queen
was
there
it
ever
too. Yeah.
was. But
Oh, really?
but
So it's a real person.
yeah,
Real-
yeah, Nefertari. Yeah,
Oh,
they think they know what she looks like. She did not look like
a white lady.
from the pictures I've seen in the statues. I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking to her, but
Oh, so they actually use like real influences. Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Because,
didn't
well,
know that.
I mean, I guess in that one, and maybe they just said, "Oh, that's a similar name, all in Egyptian culture." But, anyways, and also the funny thing is okay that they had, that big old fight scene in London. All right,
Hmm.
it's funny how easy it is to get to London, but how hard it is to get from London back to Egypt. You know, it's like the O'Connor family that's like, oh, we're done. We'll just go to Egypt. And those other guys, oh, they're going to Egypt with it. I mean, they're going to London. They go, oh, we're just going to London real quick too. They're just all of a sudden there. And that the guy that's the protector, I don't remember
Yeah,
what his name is, the tattoo face.
yeah.
Anyways, the guy's like, I gotta go to London and save them. So they all just show up like it was no
Oh,
problem
you
to get
know what?
here.
I didn't
But then when they're
notice that.
chasing them down to get out of London, they're like, yeah, we gotta drive all 100,000 nights on a train. Then we gotta go by airplane. My goodness gracious, dude! The more movies spent showing how y'all got back than it does to how y'all just instantly showed up there.
Yeah, I did like the bus scene. I thought that was pretty good with those. Was it
The bus
what?
scene was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, with those the
the
four whatever
the
his guards
warrior.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they were just personal little guards. It just happened to be a jars
I
again.
did like the Magi, like the guy you talk about. Like this was my first bus ride. He did
You
have a
know,
little bit more comedic effect
this
this
had some
time. Yeah,
this had a lot. Yeah, I like actually like that character. Thought
I
he was a
do.
good
Yeah,
character. I mean, and he does
I
need to get rid of them tattoos on his face. I
I
mean,
am
that's gonna be hard to get a job here.
I
But
I am glad they got rid of that annoying character from the first movie, like Benji, right? Like they didn't have that kind of character in the
oh yeah.
second movie, which is
Well,
good.
they had three guys show up similar to Benji, and I
But
was so
then,
happy when they got killed. Yeah, they didn't hardly show up. They almost didn't need them because the guys that just showed up in
well,
the
they're there
mine
just
and
to steal the thing, so that way they could
yeah,
get the
and they
bodies
killed them really
absorbed.
quick.
Yeah,
Because it
that's
seemed like, oh,
that's
they're
a
gonna keep using
curse.
these
That's a
guys.
curse. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're
the
gonna
guy.
use. I
Yeah,
was like, please don't use it. They might have known that those other guys were annoying, so they put them in here.
hmm.
But the lines, there was some good lines in this story, especially with that little kid has to go use the bathroom, and the guy
Oh,
standing there, he goes, I can't use the
I
bathroom
can't
with you
go when you're
watching.
watching.
And then he turns his back, he goes, I
No,
need you to
you
leave
look.
because you might
Yeah,
look,
you
because you'll
look.
probably look.
Yeah, you look.
Like, yeah, you look like the type of guy to look.
That was a good one. To this, obviously they added more character because the sequel, right? So that way the
Yeah,
Magi
they
had
always had
someone
more.
to do a one-on-one fight
Oh
scene.
yeah, they
Everybody
have
had
like
a one-on-one fight scene.
exactly.
Even the
Everybody
brother
does.
fighting a next in the moon first time, like he's not a
But
fighter,
But
so
like I
he just
said,
keep getting hit.
this is a movie about being entertained. So they're going to
Yes,
use things you've already seen 100 times.
yeah. I
Which
mean it
I
worked
guess if
really
you do
well.
it, if you depending on how you do it, it's not a big deal. I mean, even though I'm them sitting there going, "Oh, the temple's going to fall in, and somebody's going to fall in quicksand,"
Yes, I that's like with those little
and
gypsy people
and then all those
or
guys got killed
pygmies.
by yeah, all those guys got killed by Skeletor type Ewoks.
Yeah, I was gonna call them pygmies because I think that's what O'Connor called them. The little
They called them
yeah.
Pigsby, but
Yeah.
basically they were gremlins crossed with Ewoks. That's what they were.
Hello there, Gremlin Ewok guys.
Yeah, gremlin Ewoks, which didn't make any sense for
They
them to
did have
be
a
out
lot of
there.
funny things. Like one of the guys was with Jonathan. Like, oh, they won't cause those secret stuff. You sure? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And then he gets killed anyway.
Well, it's actually funny if you think about it. They took something that comes from the Amazon and they stuck it in the middle of Egypt. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
are you talking about
pygmies
the
with all
spear?
the pygmies, all the little pygmies running around, how
Yeah.
they fight, and they got little heads and they collect all the
Oh,
heads like headhunters. Those guys are not in Egypt. That's not in Egypt. So
oh, it's an Amazon thing. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
kind of an
I was gonna ask you,
Amazonian
do you
thing.
remember that spear that Jonathan took? Was that from the first movie?
That's the thing. I don't remember that
I
from the
don't
first
remember. I
movie, but
always
they
never
carried.
remember.
It probably wasn't. It was probably another thing they added in, just like the tattoo.
Oh, okay. So Jonathan had it the whole time. Okay.
But they act like he had it the whole time. I mean, I have to watch it again, but I don't recall them having that
Hmm.
piece.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
they
don't
did.
remember too.
That it would have been really easy for them to have that piece, and then they decided, hey, let's make that a spear and give that guy a tattoo.
Yeah. The spear
And then
was
at
pretty
the end,
cool though.
he's
The
going to see
yeah.
the face.
I like the technology that the Egyptian put in that little thing that into a sphere. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well, it's amazing how much technology that they have
And I like
lost.
this whole story. We always talk about like faith and stuff, right? It's like everything from this movie is predestined. Like someone is gonna stab the
Well,
Scorpion
to
King
a
with that
point,
thing.
they had it a little mixed up because they had the Egyptian spirituality and all the gods and the monsters, and then of course everybody else that's fighting them was all Christian.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, when you die, you're going to either go to hell or heaven. But I'm like, well, you're not seeing these gods from the Egyptian side. I think
Yeah.
I'm not putting it into question. Especially like, what's her name? She's like, oh, I can tell you what heaven's like, and I'm like, how you're
Oh, Eve,
reincarnated?
Evelyn,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
you're reincarnated Egyptian princess. I don't think you're gonna know.
Yeah, that's really weird. I didn't think about the
And all those
religion
other guys,
aspect.
yeah, and all those the Magi, why do you call it Magi or whatever?
Magi, Magi,
Magi.
Magi. Yeah,
They all look like they're Arab people, you know.
they did. Yeah. Well, are
But
they
here's the
Egyptian?
thing,
They're supposed to
and
be
well,
Egyptian.
Egyptians eventually Egyptians are yeah Egyptians are Arab people, and
Yeah.
they may be they may consider themselves better than Arab. Yeah, they're Arab people, but they believe in God. Except these
Yep.
guys over here fighting the Egyptian. Maybe that the Egyptian people are devils. I mean, not the Egyptian people, but the Pharaoh and his people
Oh, okay.
are a bunch of Satanists. Or they
Yeah,
made a special cult.
I
Could
seem
be.
to think
I
that
mean, that would make sense.
like after that pharaoh died, right? Like there's no other pharaoh that take his place.
It's
It's
been
kind of like
tons of
Skywalker.
pharaohs.
Yeah, but it's
It's been
kind of
like
like the
tons of pharaohs.
Skywalker trilogy, right? It only focused on that one family with Emotep and Alexian
Yeah,
Amon.
because apparently he made a deal with the devil.
Yes.
Because with the Scorpion King did, we saw that. Remember, he went
Yeah.
and prayed, and all of a sudden, I mean, let me tell you what. If you could actually fall on your knees and make some kind of prayer like that, that'd be a lot of dead
Yeah.
people on this earth. Yeah, I mean, there would be more people taking over countries and killing everybody with little dog soldiers than anything.
I think this movie was the first time I saw Dwayne Johnson in a movie role. Let me see. Is this his first role? Or they have something before that, the Scorpion King.
I think the first movie I ever saw with, well, I mean, like I said, I didn't see this movie would come out, so I already saw him in other stuff. Matter of
Like
fact,
Walking Tall.
I saw the Scorpion. Yeah, I saw him Walking Tall. Maybe the first movie I ever saw him in.
Yeah,
I
Walking
saw him in
Tall.
Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, he was in Star Trek?
In Voyager, he didn't really have much of a role.
Like
This is in
was it
his early
speaking
days.
though?
I think he might have said a few things. He was only in there in a little bit part.
Oh.
Yeah, he just plays a little bit part. He just plays some kind of alien fighter.
What the heck? They don't have it's just other world. What about
But like I said,
filmography?
I saw the Scorpion King before I saw this. So, which the Scorpion King wasn't that bad a movie that I remember.
Oh, you saw how what? Oh, okay. You saw Scorpion King before you saw this. I thought that
Oh
was
yeah, I
pretty
saw.
cool. They made a spin-off because the Scorpion King is a really interesting character.
Yeah, well, in this one, that he's not very interesting. Matter of fact, if I would have saw this movie before Scorpion King, I probably wouldn't have watched it because he's
Oh,
almost
that's
not the same
interesting
person.
take.
He's almost. I mean, yeah, because this just shows him. It doesn't really show him. It just shows him fighting, and it seems like an imbecile.
Yep, his first film Romance, The Mummy Returns.
Okay, yeah, because they really didn't do anything. It's like,
Then
hey, Rock, we just want you to see your face, and then we're gonna turn you into a Doom-like
then
character with
Scorpion
a
King.
scorpion body,
Yeah, he didn't get
which
the
didn't make any
Scorpion King
sense.
after.
Yeah, if I would have watched that, I probably wouldn't watch Scorpion King. Actually, the only reason I watched Scorpion King is I saw that it was Kelly Hu was in that, and I was like, I'd like to see that.
So they have a Chinese lady in an Egyptian movie.
Hey, hey, they had a white dude, okay, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Plus, it was $5 at Walmart, so I was like,
Oh, that's a
"Yeah, I
good
can do
find then.
this. Yeah, just laying in that bargain bin. So I was like, Scorpion
Emotep.
King, this got to be awesome.
So you know what like about this movie at the end? It was about the love. I did like that Emotech gave up when he saw
Oh yeah.
O'Connor and Evie had something that him and the Muxon and Moan didn't have. So
Well,
that was good.
it turned out she wasn't really all there.
Yeah, not for him. She was just spooked and
She was
scared. Yeah.
never there. Yeah, she was never there for anybody really. She was just a horrible person. She acted like she was. I mean, and she did pretty go far. I mean, she kissed a dead body. I mean, I was like, dude,
You know,
he's there's like you can see your tongue in his mouth
I should.
because he's got a
Yeah,
hole
that
in the
was really
side
good.
of it.
That was
That's
actually pretty good
gross.
special effects though. Like for
It's
that
special
time,
effects, but I'm like, whoa,
it's
dude.
like Hollow Man, right? You know the other
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I thought about is like well not the special effects but then these people, like especially the lady who played Anaxian Mamon, right? They basically give up their life so that way they could use their body as a what am I looking for here? Like as a vessel, like an avatar for someone that's dead from the past. So
Yeah.
after she takes your body, you're no longer there.
Yeah, well, I think they're like they're there. They're just in the background there.
So it's
Because
one.
most likely that lady was like, "Oh, I look like that," and she's having all those memories. Because apparently she's actually kind of she was that lady in a way, but she didn't
And
wasn't
I'm
fully
thinking
that
how
lady. I
because
think
she
she was two.
died from the
I,
past, right? You know, like
well,
there's no
apparently,
DNA carrying
well,
on.
apparently, yeah. See, I don't know because see, this was where it messes up with the first movie since he was after that same girl, the first movie, but
Yeah,
the different girl. He's after the daughter, and then the daughter turns into the daughter. The and see, that's where it's a mess right there.
yeah.
They should,
Like
they,
emo tapped in, recognized, like, oh, you look
yeah.
like the pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, his one is like, oh, we already found the Pharaoh's daughter. So I don't know why you're chasing that girl from the first movie because that don't make any sense now.
Yeah.
But we found when she was reincarnated because remember she had memories too. So
Yes.
apparently she's reincarnated, and she was just starting to have a deal, and then he just brought the soul back and made her full. But the problem is she probably still retained in the background whoever that lady was
Hmm.
because that lady's probably thinking she was probably just like her. She's like, hmm. So I get reincarnated and get all my powers, and then I'm a more powerful person, and I get to marry this dead guy and get all his gold. She's like, I'm in. I mean, come on.
Yes. That's how they sold it
Even
to her.
if in our world, from watching the news and stuff, women would do this. I mean, she's like, huh? OnlyFans? OnlyFans or
Married to a
become an Egyptian
powerful,
queen?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hook
That's
up with
funny.
a mummy. This that he'll eventually all his skin will eventually come back.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I mean, let me tell you, ladies, if you're watching this, OnlyFans might be easier,
Ah,
a little
yeah,
safer.
it's really hard to find an Egyptian god like this, or a high priest
Oh,
that
I don't
has
know.
magical
I'm not a,
powers.
I'm not a hot looking chick, so nobody's ever come up to me and said, "Hey."
And you know what's really
I'm
funny
sure
is,
women are probably like, I hear that all the time,
so
actually.
let's just say, and I'm thinking now, like, let's just say Emo tapped into an affair, right? He's just a priest or whatever, but then he has powers. So how come, like, what happened as like humans evolve into later? Like, where's the emo tap of today with all those magic and spells? Like, did it just did that part
Monastery.
of the art just get lost throughout the ages?
Well, he did all the he got to remember he did all the Egyptian hoodoo voodoo stuff.
So it's
You
only
know?
for exclusive to Egyptians only.
Well, yeah. Did you read the Bible?
so
I mean, the Hebrews can't do that because it's
so
wrong.
so Emotep would be like a real life sorcerer
He was
in
like a
yeah.
sorcerer for them in a way. I think
I
and he probably had like because I mean, come on, the what was it? The Scorpion King. He didn't do anything, and he just prayed and he got powers.
yeah, it was immediately too,
I
yeah.
mean, he just sold himself to the dog devil. So I mean, I mean, so this guy, he's sitting in this nice temple doing all this stuff, watching stuff. So he was a magician type deal. I mean, he did the dark arts. So that's why he got that. I mean, most people just can't. I guess we just can't do dark arts now,
Yeah.
or it's not real.
I wonder why they made him into an actual scorpion at the end instead of fighting the
Yeah, I
rock
don't
at
know.
the
Because
end, you
see,
know?
that's what I was happy because I thought the Rock was going to come out as the Rock,
And
and
they're
they're
gonna
going to
fight them.
fight, and he might even say some stuff. No, I get this stupid Rock that looks like the worst Rock looking guy, like an action figure of Rock stuck to a scorpion, and he doesn't really
Yeah.
even say
So the
anything.
first time I seen this movie in the theater, I thought the same thing. Like, oh, the CGI is terrible, but wow, everything is great. And I want
Yeah,
to
everything
say,
was good except for
what
that one
what year did this
CGI.
come
And
out?
I would have enjoyed just seeing the Rock fight.
Two
I thought it would have
thousand
been
one.
better just him come out as a regular man and fight. Because I mean, let me put it this way: The Rock would be probably more a better fighter than him in the Scorpion body.
So this
The
came
Scorpion
out.
body really just made him walk on the ceiling.
Hold on. This came out in May 2001. Lord of the Rings
Okay.
came out the same year, December, right? And like obviously, Lord of the Rings special effects looks awesome. Like it looks like everything is real, right? And then I see Scorpion King like this. Like they both came out in 2001.
Yeah. Well, but they still got to stick with the time period of the story, and I mean they could have just that special effect could have just not made it. That's the one special effect they could have not.
Oh, okay.
And I bet you
Yeah.
they didn't have as much money as Lord of the
I was
Rings.
gonna say like they probably didn't have as much money either because this is a Universal picture.
Yeah, and it's a Universal monsters. What you think Universal should have went all
Oh,
in?
that's right. You know
Universal
what?
should have went in because they could have done. They could have made. Yeah, they should have gave us another Dracula. They should give us Invisible Man. They could have really did something with all this.
Yeah, the Mummy.
They made enough money. I mean, the movie made money obviously because they kept making parts to it.
Wow. So The Mummy actually made pretty good mummies. Only like a $98 million budget. They made over $435 million.
Yeah, see, this movie
No,
rocks.
this movie
I
did
mean,
rock. I remember I
who would have
enjoyed it
known?
a
Who would
lot.
have guessed that George of the Jungle would have made so much, made a good movie?
He had
Well,
other
think
good
about it.
movies, you know.
Think about it. I mean, Brandon Fraser, he's awesome in this movie.
He is
I
awesome.
like it. I like Brandon Fraser in this movie. But if you watched any, I wouldn't watch some of his other movies. Other movies suck.
The only other movie I remember, right, is Encino Man. What is your
Was
other movie that you remember from
that
Brendan
one where
Fraser?
he's with the devil? The one
Oh,
with the Liz Healy
Bedazzle?
as the devil. Yeah, was very good.
I think I saw that in the theater too, because
And I
it's
didn't. I did.
Elizabeth Hurley.
I wasn't about to go watch George of the Jungle.
I don't think I ever seen George of the Jungle, but
Now,
you never seen
no,
Encino Man?
I've only seen parts of it.
That's my first Brendan Fraser movie.
Oh, is it? Well, that's probably
Oh,
a lot
that's
of
his
people's
second movie. Well, that's his first
What
one.
was his first movie? That was his first
Dog
movie. Yeah,
Fight,
'cause-
but it's like a
oh,
background
okay, I never saw it.
character.
Now that he did do one where he did like, was it Blast from the Past? I
Oh,
never
with
saw that. Which
Alicia Silverstone. I never seen
that
that
one?
either.
That
Oh,
one may have been interesting.
I seen Airhead. That one is good.
I did see Airheads.
That one
Airheads wasn't bad
because they have Adam
but I don't
Sandler and
remember.
Steve
But I
Buscemi
don't
in it.
remember him being all like amazing.
Yeah, I think it's just the movie.
Because
It's like
he always plays a lot of dumb guys in a lot of movies,
I know, and he's like a
which is
tall,
weird.
huge guy too.
Yeah, in this movie he's like the hero. I'm like, it'd be
Oh.
like Harrison Ford. It'd be like Harrison Ford going to do like dumb actors. He
He's
never
also
did.
he's in Dudley Do Right, and then also Monkey Bone, and what's the other
He
one?
did a
Journey
lot
to
of
the Center of the Earth.
He did a lot of stuff that nobody saw.
Journey
Did
to
you
the
see any
Center
of
of the
those?
Earth. I kind of remember Journey to
No.
the Center of the Earth. Oh, he was
Then
in
it
G.I.
wasn't that
Joe.
great.
He played a sergeant.
Yeah,
You remember?
I
But the first time he
Oh,
showed
I
up and like,
remember.
oh, I was Brendan
Because
Fraser.
he was a fan of G.I. Joe, and that was
Yeah.
okay. I mean, he was better than everybody else in G.I. Joe, except for Scarlet, but and Snake Eyes.
Huh, it is interesting. Brendan Fraser is pretty well known and popular, but then
Oh yeah,
I
everybody
only seen
knows
like a
him.
handful of his movies.
I think because the other movies just weren't that
Oh,
good. I mean,
I think the best one
I
is
think
Crash.
Crash. Oh really?
Yeah, that was like, yeah, him and Sandra Bullock play husband and wife. He was
Oh.
really good in that movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not. He's a bad actor. He's obviously a very good actor. I just don't think he's ever got the roles that he should have got.
Yeah,
He should be, like I said, he could be a Harrison Ford.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, he could have. Even today. I mean, I know that, and his life took a different turn too.
Yeah,
So
good guy sick. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
but he didn't really have to do George of the Jungle and some other movies. So and
I like that you keep pointing out George the Jungle because you
I
saw
mean,
it, right?
and he made no, I didn't. I used
Oh.
to watch the cartoon.
Oh, that's why it was based on a cartoon.
Yeah, and I'm not saying maybe he really wanted to do it. I mean, that's
I
okay, but
don't. You know what's really funny? I seen Bedazzle, but I don't remember it that well.
it's okay. It was like it wasn't a god awful movie or anything. It's just between this and that, it's like, dude, you should have. And maybe they just didn't offer him roles. I mean,
But you know what?
You can't just be a movie star if they don't offer you.
I mean, I do agree.
chance.
Besides, like the one I talked about, like Encino Man and Crash, right? The Mummy series is probably Brendan Fraser's best thing.
But again, I guess you can't say too much because a lot of people from the Mummy series didn't go on to do a lot of other movies.
Well, except for Rachel Weisz.
Rachel
right?
Weisz,
Yeah,
she did a
Weisz.
lot of good. She did Weisz. She did a lot of good movies.
Yeah,
But
'cause
she didn't do it. I don't think she did as much as she could have too, though. That's the problem.
that too. And then like all the other ones, like the one who played Emo Tap and Anaxtra Namone. I don't think I ever seen. I think I saw Anaxtra Namone in a different.
They
movie.
may. I'm thinking they all went and did. I think everybody here went and did movies. They just never got as popular as
The main two white people in this movie.
the main two, and they were never. And the sad thing is, they never got really popular for other movies either.
Yeah.
They could have, but
It
maybe
feels
there's
like-
just.
It feels like Keanu Reeves had way better roles than Brendan Fraser.
Keanu Reeves has had a lot
You know,
of.
Keanu
movies.
Reeves have a lot of movies that we could name off top of our head that I
Yeah,
seen.
we've
too.
seen most of them, and some of his sucked. And he made one of the worst movies on the list too.
Yeah, he also did too. Yep.
so, yeah. Let me put it this way. I bet you I would probably like George of the Jungle since I mentioned it 100 times. I probably
Better
like that more
than
than I like
Matrix 4.
Matrix 4. I'd have watched George of the Jungle. Watch George of the Jungle and I'll probably think, man, this is actually a good movie. You never know. It
No,
could
you're
be.
right. Yeah, it aged better as went
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
But
I
the thing is
agree.
not it because he was actually to me a better actor because they also wanted to who was that? 'Cause didn't Tarzan come out around this time?
No,
Remember Casper Van Dien? Is it you remember for Starship Troopers?
yes,
He was supposed to be this next big giant.
actor.
Yeah, and it was okay, but it's like, I'd rather watch Brendan Fraser.
That's interesting. I mean, like,
Actually, there never was another real big movie star. That's the same thing, other than what, like Keanu Reeves or so. But there was never really anybody come out from this time period that was just stayed big.
so the way that we're talking about Brandon Fraser sounds like he's a B actor instead of an A actor.
I think he could be a, but I think they kind of I think the Hollywood just saw him as a B actor.
Yeah, but then he's in
But the
so
thing
much
is, all the
big
movies we named
movies.
though aren't B net
Yeah,
movies.
they're not B movies. I know.
Just yeah, I'd say he was an A actor. I just don't think he got I just don't think he got
He got the
the
right
roles he should have
roles.
got.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he didn't get the Keanu treatment, but Keanu got kicked around too a little bit.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he also got like a lot of bad rap, like
Oh, he got
Dracula
a
and
lot.
things like
He
yeah.
got some. Dracula was good. I like Dracula. I
Because
mean, it
people
wasn't the
make fun
greatest
of his
movie.
English accent, but
Yeah, so what? He's not English.
I know.
I don't
George
think
of the
he had an English accent in that movie.
I do remember George the Jungle, like playing the trailers and stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
Brandon Fraser is just a cool guy. Like he doesn't matter. Like he doesn't have to be like
Oh
the
yeah, he
George
just wanted
Clooney.
that.
He just want to act. He
It was
enjoyed like he enjoy making movies for
he
kids.
was a
So
he was a
that's why
better
he does
actor. Of
that.
course, Clooney. He was.
Oh, he's a better actor than George Clooney. I mean, like
Well, George Clooney did some movies I like too, though.
I mean,
I mean, Batman's not one of them, but I'll watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. Uh, so I really like this movie. I mean, I like the Mummy Returns. My boys loved it
Yeah.
when I showed it
Oh,
to
I know
them.
you love this movie, so yeah.
Yeah,
I know you're a
it's
big
a
fan of it.
it's a good entertaining movie. Come on,
If it was on again, I'd watch it.
where's another Mummy movie that I'm gonna find that's enjoyable as
But
this one?
like I said, the first one is better. I mean, the first one's just, you didn't need to know anything.
Yep.
I mean, they already had the model. This one was good.
No, this one's a
So
good sequel. I mean, like, how
yeah,
many
this is a good
sequels that we
sequel.
can say like, hey, Rush Hour 2 is good, Empire Strikes Back is good. There's
Yeah,
only a
like
handful of lists. Right? Yeah,
it's one of the best.
it's it's not a lot
Oh,
like good like
Star Trek too.
yeah. Oh, that's different. Yeah, Star Trek 2 is also good. We're gonna be naming a lot of good sequels.
Yeah, the sequels are actually always good because more people watch Terminator 2 than
Yeah, than the
anything.
first Terminator. Yeah, that's true
So
too.
yeah,
But we
and
shouldn't
this
really
one
compare Cameron to other people.
I'm going to.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of good sequels, and this is one of them.
Because I haven't watched all these sequels. I mean, Cameron hardly ever does sequels, though. Well, he
Yeah,
hasn't really done a lot of movies, so I guess I can't say that. I guess he maybe has. He's done as many Cameron sequels as he has done
you talking
regular
about
shit.
Brandon Fraser?
I mean, we didn't see the sequel to Titanic.
But is there a sequel to Titanic, or I'm just laughing before?
There's not. There's not. There's
There
not.
might be straight to VHS sequels to Titanic.
Yeah,
You know
what
what
would
they
it
can
be?
talk about? Like, I don't want to say a sequel. That has to be the time after. Like, the Titanic 2 could be like the other story happening on the ship at the same time as Jack and
Yeah.
Rose. I could, yeah.
Or they could have Titanic 2 about Rose getting on another ship and it's sinking and her
Six,
drowning in
oh,
another her falling in love with some guy he drowns too.
so it just follows the character, not the
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I gotcha.
That's usually how a sequel works.
We talked about that. That's how Too Fast and Too Furious was because they following Brian or Paul Walker's character.
Well, they wanted to follow Redo, but he's like, I'm out, man. I gotta go make a space movie.
Yeah.
And I'm
Plus,
like, okay, cool.
yeah, because
Cool.
every time you're talking about sequels, you think about like, oh, all the characters gonna come back. Like, let's see how the character evolves.
Yeah. Well, what you got to do is go, hey, we made a lot of movie. We're gonna make another. Y'all in?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just get one guy go, sure.
Yeah.
Like Paul Walker's like, dude, I
Hey,
love
you know what?
cars. Why wouldn't I want to be in?
You know what? All the studio care about sequels, like, oh, the first one made a lot of money unexpectedly, so we got to do another one.
Yeah.
Because now we have something like, just like when we talk about the first Fast and Furious, like the studio's like, well, we don't know if we're going to make any money, so you guys do whatever you want it.
And you know
And it's
what? What
because they
else?
let them do whatever they wanted. It made a lot of money. Like, oh, those guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, let's just keep on letting them.
Yeah. Until the studio is like, okay, let's move the series to Japan now. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Well, they were like, well, we really wanted Paul Walker. I mean, not Paul Walker. We really want. Well, the thing is, the second one didn't make a lot of money as
No.
much as they wanted, I guess. They're like, yeah, Paul Walker and Tyrese just ain't cutting it. Let's send them all to Japan and use all new guys. Well, they actually probably didn't say that. You know, they probably didn't do that good. And Justin Lin came in and probably said, hey,
Oh.
y'all going to do another Fast and Furious? And they're like, well, it didn't really do that good. It's like, hey, I got an idea. I got a better idea. How about that? We just go back to the car culture and start over again. And they're like, okay, we'll start over again.
And then he brought everyone back and he made it work. That's crazy.
Well,
I
yeah.
love.
He made. That's the thing, though. You know, he got the deal, and I'm sure Van Diesel's like, okay, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Well, I
I
love
see this guy
Justin
make
Lin
this
for
movie, and
that.
everybody's happy.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, I love how Justin Lin fixed Fast and Furious, but we should wait for this conversation when we go to the third one.
Yeah, we're
Because,
eventually gonna do that one. But
yeah.
anyways, like I said, you know, the other reason this Mummy the Returns movie did good because it wasn't based on a video game.
Oh, how do you mean? Like, I don't understand your.
I'm
It wasn't
I'm
based
just
on a
throwing
video
it out.
game.
Well,
Oh,
you all because if you based it on a video game, it wouldn't have made it.
oh. Well, I was gonna say the
Because we're
first
talking about
Mummy.
sequels.
Yeah, the sequel, like the first Mummy, is because they just used the mummy element, right? Like you talk about the
Yeah.
monsters movie,
Well, they
but
used it.
at the same time, they used that element to make to me, it was very original. The first
This
Mummy.
one's good, but this
This
one's
one
too
is also
crazy.
too.
Well,
Yeah.
this one had too much
Well,
extra. I didn't really need.
it fits this sequels criteria,
This
right? They
one's
gotta
for a
make it like,
family.
hey,
Well,
everything's over the top.
yeah, well, this
Oh, you
one,
said
we
this
gotta
one's more
make,
family.
we're gonna have a family now. See, if they made the third one, and you're already telling me they should have like another kid or two kids, and they can actually make the Mummy now.
I
They
don't
should make the
remember.
Mummy now. The Mummy could take place in the 1950s or 60s, and they can have the
Oh,
grandchildren. You could have the child in this one as the
yeah.
main Mummy hunter. Then they can have the grandparents, the child, and then the grandchildren,
Well, I thought this one worked really
and they
well
all
when
have that tattoo on them.
the boy, right, their son. What was the son's name? I can't remember either.
Uh,
Uh, what is
Junior.
it? Jonathan. No, Jonathan's the brother.
Yeah,
Why
that's
can't I?
the uncle. The
Yeah,
uncle.
Alex. Alex, the son, and I like that he was the one who put on the bracelet, and so they made
Oh
him
yeah.
a huge
Well, they
part
got
of
to
the
make
movie.
it part of that movie, and he knew
Yeah.
he could speak Egyptian and all that stuff.
Yes.
It was okay. I mean, uh, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is a better family movie.
Junior. Yeah, I guess you're right.
No,
Yeah.
this is a good movie. This was a good movie.
No, this is a good
It's
movie.
worth seeing. I mean, if you want to see, if you're going to watch The Mummy, then before you see Tom Cruise's version, watch this one, please.
So you did see the Tom Cruise version.
I did see the Tom Cruise one.
So based on I haven't, so I want to hear your opinion. Like these two against Tom Cruise's one. Is Tom Cruise's
yeah,
one really that bad?
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow.
It's not. It's like they had some good ideas. It's just
Did they mirror
it's
this one at
this.
all? Did they
This
borrow any ideas from this at all? This
I have to
franchise at
watch
all?
it again because I don't remember it because they really
Okay.
change a lot of stuff. It's similar. It is. I could say if I was to watch it again, I think it is kind of similar along because you know, and that's the first one of this Mummy series. Brandon Fraser's some kind of soldier of fortune,
Yeah.
stumbles on the deal, and then he goes. That's the same thing with the Tom Cruise deal. He's kind of a crooked soldier that's not a very good guy, and he
Okay.
falls into a deal and it gets in mind. And then of course there's a woman just like this. It mirrors it in a way, but the problem is it's like they're like, hey, let's try to not copy it, but the movies going the same way.
Huh.
It's really was. I don't know why it wasn't. I almost need to watch it again. We should watch it again so we can say why it didn't work.
Well, you watched it again.
It
would be my
wasn't.
first
It
time.
wasn't. It wasn't god awful, but it just was like, It wasn't. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't adventurous really. It was just.
It's not as
kinda,
adventurous as this one. These
Yeah.
two.
It's just kind of like to me. It's almost Matrix 4.
No.
Matrix 4 did. Yeah.
No.
It was kind of like the only thing that was good. It got me going again is when Russell Crowe shows up. he's Mr. Jackal, Mr. Hyde. And I thought, oh, this is going to get better now. It didn't. I mean, his character was awesome,
Huh.
but they didn't go anywhere with it. Because see, this was they're trying to jumpstart the monster deal
The
again
monster
for
deal, yeah.
Universal, and it probably would have been good, but
They should have done with this one.
Universal needs a Feige.
Yes, they
If
do.
they would have had, they needed if they would have got a Feige for the monster stuff and somebody to steer it and hook it all together right. Because I mean, they know what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's just they're not hooking it
You know
together
what?
correctly.
You're right. Like they should put like a Jekyll and Hyde character in this movie
Well,
because they made a Scorpion King movie from this.
yeah, they made a Scorpion King movie, but like I could have, they're Invisible Man, Frankenstein, because I mean they've made them all apart, and they try to base them on the books, which is cool. But I mean they already knew they made lots of money way back in the 30s, 50s, and so forth. Just make it using the characters and never basing them on the book. You
Oh,
don't have to have the book because most people haven't read those books.
right. Since you're talking about Indiana
But I
Jones
also
and
want to point this. Well, let's before we get too far.
okay,
Remember your deal. I was just
okay.
gonna say because they also made the okay, what was it? Kong Island. What's that island
Oh,
where they
Skull
have
Island.
Kong? Skull Island. Then you had your Godzilla movies.
Yep,
See, they just needed, and they had a linking element.
they
You know,
did. Yeah.
they had the corporation that links them together, but they never went really too far with it. So they didn't make as much money with it as they could have. They could have made
No,
a
they
big,
didn't.
good
I
franchise.
mean, like I seen the last Kong, Godzilla versus Kong movie. That was okay.
Yeah,
It's not
because
that
what was the
bad.
company called? It was called start with the M.
I wouldn't remember because like
Yeah. Anyways,
I didn't see them all in order.
well,
I
I
saw
saw
this
Skull
one and
Island,
saw
and
that one.
I liked Skull Island. I actually thought Skull Island was good, and they could have went somewhere with it, and they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to Monolith. I think it was called Monolith. I could be wrong. It was something because I remember one of the characters was from that company. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
let's go back to what you're saying. Indiana
Oh,
Jones.
I was going back just because you mentioned Indiana Jones, right? That one have Sean Connery, The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
They did in this Mummy movie where they zoom in, right? When they zoom out, Emos have speaking English.
Yep. Yep. Just like the Hunt for Red
Hello,
October.
October.
I
Yeah.
saw that too. Because see, I noticed they do more Egyptian or whatever the language they're speaking. It should be Egyptian, but
I never know. Like, I never trying to find out. Like, are they speaking really authentic Egyptian? Like, does anybody? But
maybe
I'm
they
pretty sure
are.
there's
I
an
wonder if
easier
they are.
language. I don't know either.
I don't know because I don't know that much about that
I
part of
don't
the world, to be
either.
honest. Which is funny because I have a lot of books on Egyptians, but I don't know the. I'm sure they did.
But it's not
Because
like you know how to speak the language, though. You're just
you know,
interested in the culture.
well, I think we have a lot of because I was more interested in the relics than I was stuff. But I bet you do. I mean, I think they spoke Egyptian, but the problem is Egypt now, the new Egypt of now is not the Egypt of the
Yeah.
old world. I
Yeah.
mean, they're not because most people are Arab. I think I don't think Egyptians are truly Arab. I could be wrong. I know I probably am, but
You know what
I
I'm
wouldn't
thinking
see
about
that.
now? Like, what if the Egyptians back in the day, like, like Imhotep, right? They were just magicians that people never knew, so they thought they knew how to do magic. We would never know. You know what I
I
mean?
do
Like,
know one. I do know one thing for sure from reading my Egyptian books. They didn't believe in curses and all that stuff.
oh, they didn't believe in curses.
They believed in
Oh,
magic. I think they believed in magic and they believed in the afterlife. They believed in all this stuff because they did all this stuff. But you know how you always go to a tomb and go, oh, if you open this deal, this bad curse will go on you. They really weren't a type of people to wish evil on people.
oh,
And
okay.
all that stuff is just made up stuff. Because even that story where they say, oh, we took this tome, this ship sank, and it's real life events. And in so many days, this guy died. Most likely, they were exposed to something in the tomb, like what do you call it, mold or something, and caught some kind of disease and just died.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people go, oh, it's the curse of
It's a
the
curse. Yeah.
Egyptians. They kept saying that that's the curse of the thing. I think that was made up by people later on to keep people out from it. But the Egyptians who built the pyramids and all that stuff, they didn't write any descriptions putting a
Oh,
curse
that's
on you because
interesting.
they didn't really believe that because they
So it
weren't that
went to like it's
type
just
of
made into
people.
a myth and folklore that way.
Yeah, it's just folklore
Ah,
now, and now and it made it into newspapers and it made it stories. And it's I
cause
think it's really just people
oh,
of
it makes
I think
sense.
people of Egypt probably made it up
Like
to keep people out of digging and tearing up their
yeah,
culture.
before science came along.
Yeah, and it's just a better story. It's like now because I mean, come on, think we got all this technology and we still believe stupid crap. We still make up. I mean, I have people tell me the weirdest things.
Like what
It's
superstition?
yeah, well, so no, people are just like at work. They love that. What do you call it? Conspiracies, people? Because the world's regular.
Oh,
Look at it. The world we live in is quite. It's
mm,
vanilla. There's not really that much to it, and a lot of people want to think that there's some because that's what a lot of people you see people they always talk to other people. Oh, that guy's an idiot because he did it this way. I'm like, most likely you're actually if you're calling somebody an idiot, thinking you're the smartest person in the room, you're probably not. But that's the thing. It's a lot of people automatically assume that they're meant for much more. Everything's more. That's why like when Kennedy gets assassinated, they're like, oh, it's a conspiracy. I'm like, he really didn't walk on water. And anybody living in that time, he didn't really do anything. All of a sudden, after he died, he did all this stuff. I'm like, I think
Oh,
that was the president
interesting.
was. I think it was the president was that didn't get killed. The guy that became the president after him did all that stuff in his name, but he didn't do it. All of a
Wow.
sudden Kennedy's this greatest guy. He's like, he's a martyr. That's the thing. Usually, after people die, they always get greater.
Yeah, that makes sense because now like, oh, now we find these stories about them, but then you didn't report this when he was alive to
Yeah,
give
it's
him
like
more
how.
credit for it.
Yeah, because when they did all that, they wrote a big old report on stuff. I'm like, how did that not exist until you started making movies and stories?
Yeah, yeah, that's
People
true too.
made it. People like that Kennedy thing is now a lore.
You
It's a
know,
story.
no, I'm so glad you told me that. It's like now at the age of my like what I am now, right now I know that like, oh, the Egyptian didn't believe in curses. Like, oh, that's really
Yeah,
interesting.
see, I read it. I actually read it in a book because I
Huh.
mean, I believe that too. I thought what I was finding. I got a big old thick book on it stuff, and then sometimes they asked when the guy was writing the book asked the doctor or whatever his name is. So, do you ever find these? Because no, nobody is to their knowledge. Nobody. I mean, I know there's newspapers that say they are, and I've seen books that said, "Oh, this is the curse," and then blah blah on this deal. This guy goes, "No, we've never found that. We never seen any of that."
Wow. You know what
Because
they
even the people in that area don't even believe in that. They believed in the magic, but they didn't really go, "Oh, we're going to put a curse on you and turn you into this stuff."
You know, I find it really funny that you probably noticed too, right? They keep making fun of like, the end of the world stuff. Oh yeah, that again.
Yeah,
It's like they make fun of that in the movie that they're
I
in.
know. I thought that it's funny because you're
It's
thinking,
always end of the
even in
world.
that first one, when he did it, if he took some of the world, it's not really the end of the world. It's
Yeah,
just the end of their civilization. But wait,
it's
you're gonna
end
have
of
dog
something.
soldiers.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
like
gonna
not
have
the
little
whole world's
jackal
gonna
soldiers.
explode. Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
they make it
life's
sound
gonna
like the
tough.
world is just gonna do it. It's just left. Just you're just gonna go back to the old ways of doing stuff. You're gonna have to throw your iPhone in the trash.
Yeah, it's just gonna become like a struggle for a lot of us. That's basically what
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
and all our light bulbs are gonna be like electric eels stuck in a jar.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They make fun of that, like, oh, the end of the world. Like, no, the plan is always the end of the world. It's not like, hey, the villain's gonna make it. I'm the Lex Luthor.
Yeah, yeah,
Life will still go on, but I'm gonna be the
uh,
ruler, the conqueror now.
yeah. But yeah, if you like Egyptian things, this would be the movie for you.
Oh, I think so. I like Egypt. I like
It
the
would
mummy
be
stuff.
because I mean I think a lot of people kind of like Egyptian looking stuff, have an interest into it, and this would be one of them.
Hey,
Because I mean,
it didn't work for
please,
Tom Cruise, but
yeah, yeah. If you watch Tom Cruise first before you watch these, you're a fool because you're going, oh, I'm not watching them on me. Never.
I
You
wish there
mean
was a
like I said, the
sequel.
Tom Cruise ones wasn't that bad. It just I feel like it was just boring. It was just so boring.
Hmm,
But there's been
interesting.
a lot of movies like that. The plot just kind of it's like they have a
It
plot
didn't get you.
and it starts with the plot and then all of a sudden in the middle of the movie it's they just kind of we just made a movie. We're just gonna fill this in with some filler and
Hmm.
then we'll pick the movie back up. Everybody's gonna get off break and we'll finish the movie in the last 10 minutes. You know,
When
it's
everyone was
like
taking five, we finished the movie.
yeah, because I think they gave Tom Cruise a movie that's going to be. They're like Tom Cruise is like, how long is this movie going to be? And the studio heads are sitting around. Well, the actual movie from the plot, all the climax and all that for the movie, they go, oh, it's 15 minutes. And they're like, and the studio heads are like, but we're going to just add a lot of extra filler in the middle. That way we can get an hour, at least an hour and a half out of
Oh,
it. Because
that's
I think they
funny.
got like a 2 hours or something out of that Tom Cruise movie. And I was like, oh, you didn't need it.
How long? I didn't even realize like, whoa, this movie is over 2 hours. Just a little over two
Oh, this movie
hours.
is 2 hours. Yeah, just a little over 2 hours. Not much.
They're
It did
fast.
feel a little bit longer than in some parts. It felt a little bit longer.
Some parts of that, but like you said, like they cut down the travel
Well,
time. That's why like, oh, London to
yeah.
whatever is so
Well, I think
fast.
the movie took a because the movie was starting to get long to me while they stayed in London,
Hmm.
and then they got to the train scene, and then I mean, after they finally the kid kind of escaped through the toilet, I was like, all right, this movie's moving again.
When he's leaving them clues, I thought that was pretty good. That
Yeah,
was a good part of the movie.
yeah. Well, he was very good at building stuff out of sand.
Yeah, the kid is pretty smart though.
And
They
the
said
funny
that.
thing I said there was thinking, man, that kid's gonna be naked if it keeps on going too far.
Oh, because
And
he
it
leave
did.
him a clue of the.
And remember, it didn't show him. He's sitting on that camel or whatever he is, sitting with travel with him. He's only in shorts and a shirt.
Yep. Good
You
thing
know, and
there's only like so many places.
it took him that long to figure out that he was leaving breadcrumbs. I was like, I mean, they're probably thinking, this kid's a klutz. He just keeps leaving stuff.
Yeah.
Not just jacket there. Like,
The
I mean, how
book of
did they not notice?
the book of the dead brings the living, and the book of the living kills them. It's always the book of something. I do like the way
Well,
that they use the
that's really
keys. You know.
part of their stuff, though. They really have a Book of the Dead.
Oh,
Egyptian Book of the Dead.
I like the person who wrote it. Yep. The Mummy. The Mummy returns. The Mummy forever. The Mummy and O'Connor.
O'Connor. It'd be more like O'Connor hanging with the mummy.
Yeah, O'Connor and the Mummy. Well, I
O'Connor and the
think.
mummy.
Well, I I only seen the next Mummy, the Tomb of the Dragon
Well, you know
Emperor
what they
one
could have?
time,
They
but
should have. They should have had the mummy and then mummies.
the mummies, like aliens.
Yeah, yeah. It should just been called mummies.
Oh, hey, but this is the only movie that where like they used the one returns. I'm pretty sure a lot of them too. But then would it be funny if everything copies Batman in the
Well, I was thinking, like I said, I went looking for it. I typed in "Return of the Mummy."
yeah, you were Return of the Mummy. You
I
were
don't know why I thought
close.
that. I don't know why I thought it was Return of the Mummy. Then I had to look it up. It's like, well, the sad thing is when I looked it up, it showed the Scorpion King. You know, well, it
Oh
showed what's the
yeah.
name, and then I typed, is this the sequel to the Mummy? Because I thought, well, maybe this is like the third or fourth or fifth one.
Oh okay.
Because it doesn't have a name. It didn't say the Mummy too. Because
No,
when
this is
you
the
put the
Mummy too.
titles on,
Yeah.
actually, if you make too many titles, I mean, you make too many movies, it's hard to know which one's next.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Fast and Furious. They have Fast and Furious, and then just one
Tokyo
letter change
Drift.
it. The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, the
They got Fast
Fast
and
and
the Furious.
Furious. Yeah,
They got Fast and Furious and Fast and
they're
Furious.
Fast and the Furious. Yep.
And so, I mean, people were swimming through the stuff, going to try to get the first one. They end up with the middle, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm done. I don't watch it."
Yeah, that's true. It's
So
not
that's the
like
thing.
Harry
I
Potter.
was afraid when it said the Mummy Returns. I thought, so is this the sequel or is this a
It would
sequel to something
sound like the
else?
sequel, right? The first one's the Mummy,
It
and that's
does
the
to
Mummy
a way,
Returns.
but they had the Mummy, the Scorpion King, the Mummy.
Well, the
He
Scorpion
talks.
King is not part of the Mummy though. It's just like
Rip.
yeah, the
Yeah,
side
but it's the
story.
same character. But it's the same character from there.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess we can cut it short right here now. Not short, but like this is good for an hour. So we'll
Yeah,
try to
unless we
figure
just want to start talking about food.
out. Not today. Not today. I can, but I'm not going to. So we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.